Unit 14. Chapter 1. Friday evening, when the phone rang. It is Saturday morning. Miss Williams starts class with a story. She says, "Let me tell you about Jack." Jack was reading a book. Then, his phone rang. He stopped reading. He answered his phone. She writes 2 questions on the board. What happened? His phone rang. Simple past. What was Jack doing when his phone rang? Past continuous. He was reading a book. He stopped reading and answered his phone. Carlos says, "So was reading is the background, and rang is the event?" Miss Williams smiles. Perfect. That is exactly it. Chapter 2. Completed versus unfinished action. Miss Williams draws 2 timelines on the board. She says, "Look at these 2 sentences. A. What did you do yesterday morning? B. We played tennis from 10:00 to 11:30. This is a completed action, beginning to end. A. What were you doing at 10:30? B. We were playing tennis. This is an unfinished action. We only see the middle. Yuki says, so simple past shows the whole story. Past continuous shows a moment inside the story. Miss Williams claps. Excellent, Yuki. Exactly right. Chapter 3. When and while. Miss Williams writes 2 words on the board. When, while. She says, these 2 words connect the 2 tenses. When plus simple past equals the event that happened. While plus past continuous equals the background action. I saw Emily and Sam. They were waiting at the bus stop. Grace fell asleep while she was reading. It was raining when we went out. She puts us in pairs. I am with Lucas. I say, I was studying when you knocked on my door last night. He laughs. I was making rice while you were studying. I say, I smelled it. That is why I opened the door. He says, so you were studying, and then you stopped and came to eat. I laugh. Exactly. Chapter 4. What happened to Min Jun? Yesterday, something interesting happened to me. I was walking to school. It was raining lightly. I was listening to music. I was thinking about today's grammar lesson. Then suddenly someone called my name. I stopped walking. I took out one earphone. I looked around. It was Fatima. She was standing across the street. She was waving at me. She was holding a big umbrella. I crossed the street. We walked to school together. She told me about her weekend. She was smiling the whole time. It was a good way to start the day. Chapter 5. Evening, putting it all together. It is evening. I sit at my desk and draw in my journal. I draw 2 arrows. A long arrow was doing a short point, did. I write about today in 2 layers. The background layer. This morning, I was walking to school. It was raining softly. I was listening to music. I was thinking about grammar. The event layer. Fatima called my name. I stopped and looked around. I saw her across the street. I crossed the street and walked with her. Now I look at the 2 layers together. The background was happening. The event happened. Together, they tell the whole story. That is writing. That is also life. Things are happening around us all the time. And then something happens that changes everything.